am Tricia. I am a third-year high school student. I came from the municipality of San Francisco, Philippines.
I am Andre Brent Brelsun, a first-year college student, and I also live from San Francisco, Philippines.
We could say that our development is sustainable because the children are involved, they are engaged in all of our programs and activities, and they directly participate in decision makings. They are the future leaders, so it's important for them to be part of and engaged in all of our activities, especially in disaster risk reduction, climate change adaptation.
Since second year high school, I have learned about climate change, global warming, and how it affected our world. So since second year, I was a member of the Red Cross Youth Council of our school, and this council has helped children and even our officials, our teachers, to know more about climate change and how to help in reducing it.
In Geneva, when we met global leaders and other delegates from other countries, I have learned that they also did the same projects as our municipality did, but the difference is they don't involve children. So when we went there, we did our speech. We challenged them to involve the children. So I believe that the message we gave to them, I'm sure that they made a difference. This is the Children's Charter for Disaster Risk Reduction.
Safe and education must not be interrupted. In the Philippines, during typhoons, usually the schools are being flooded or being used as evacuation centers. This must be a priority of the government to build evacuation centers in order for our education to be not stopped or hindered during disasters. Child protection must be a priority before, during, and after a disaster. Since the children are the most vulnerable sector of our community during disasters, the government should put their efforts in protecting the children against the effects of these disasters. Children have the right to participate and to access the information they need. Most of us think that children are just burden, they are just sector that is needing our help. However, we do not know that children can also make a difference in disaster risk reduction. So we should listen to the children because they are the ones that are being affected by the effects of these disasters. Community infrastructure must be safe, and relief and reconstruction must help reduce future risks. In our community, especially here in the Philippines, during disasters, the relief goods are not so enough, and one of the most affected sector of our community in these cases are the children, especially the younger ones. So the government must build infrastructures that are safe and must provide the needed relief goods to the victims of these disasters, especially children. Disaster risk reduction must reach the most vulnerable. When we say the most vulnerable, it doesn't only apply to the children. It also applies to the older persons, to women, and to the handicapped. So we should include, or we should focus our efforts in protecting these vulnerable sectors, because although they are vulnerable, they are still citizens of our country, and of course they are very important, especially the children, because the children, as our national hero has said, is the hope of our country.
At home, I encourage my family by telling them that disaster risk reduction and climate change adaptation is important. So by encouraging them, I can see that they also support me in these activities, and in the community, I lead the youth to participate in these activities and these projects. Then also, as one of the youth leaders, I also spearhead the youth in doing municipal-wide activities like community film showing, tree planting, and mangrove tree plantings.
To our government officials, we are very proud because our community, San Francisco, was the first to implement disaster risk reduction with the participation of the children. It is actually with the leading of the children. I do hope that the government will not only continue in supporting us, but will also encourage more of the children, of the youth, not only those in school, but also the out-of-school youth, to participate in disaster risk reduction, because the children are the most vulnerable sector of our community.
Also, not only children are the most vulnerable, also the handicapped, senior citizens, and women should also be involved in disaster risk reduction.